Hi, my name is Mary. Thank you for joining us today while we stretch and get a little stronger so that our everyday activities are just a little easier to do, because we would love that. Before you begin this or any other exercise program, you'll want to check with your doctor, and he'll tell you exercises you should and shouldn't do. Also, you'll want to wear loose, comfortable clothes. You'll notice Carol and I have very comfortable clothes on so that when we bend and stretch, like if we have a shirt and it's buttoned too tightly, we may want to put on a t-shirt or something that's a little more flexible. Because we're not going to be standing up, but we are going to be moving our feet, you'll want to make sure that you don't have any slippers on or anything that will get caught in, well, we'll look down and see at a floor. Let's see. My shoes are not going to get caught in anything. But if I were doing this at home and I was by my chair, I would probably have a stack of books and a little cup of tea on my little shelf beside my chair. So we'll look to the sides and make sure when we move our arms, we're not going to knock anything off our little table. Also, you'll want to stretch up. So you're going to want to stretch up and make sure that when you reach up, you're not going to be reaching into any plant that's hanging down or a chandelier. So we're going to check our environment, making sure we're nice and safe. Also, you'll want to have a chair that's a sturdy chair. Sometimes people have chairs with arms. Well, if that's the case, you'll simply move your buttocks forward. You'll notice that Carol and I have our buttocks move forward, but that is so we can use our belly and our back, keeping us in good posture. If your back does hurt, you can always take a couple pillows and put them behind your back. But if you have arms on a chair, you'll want to make sure that your buttocks are forward so that when we step out and in, your hips and legs have enough room to go. So we have a nice sturdy chair. It's not on rockers. It's not going to go forward and back. If you have a chair that goes forward and back, just make sure your brakes are locked in. So we have a nice sturdy chair. We've checked our environment. We've checked with our doctor, and he's told us exercises we need to be careful of or exercises we need to do more of. We have comfortable clothes, and we have water. We have water right beside us so that we can drink it before and after and during our time together. So we want to make sure we do our best. So if we're exercising and we're going too fast for you and you want to slow it down, golly, you go right ahead. If you're feeling dizzy or lightheaded or just getting a little tired and you want to stop, go right ahead and stop, and you can join us later or on another day, because we'll always be here for you. You'll want to make sure that you don't push or bounce any moves. So if we're doing a move, we breathe in, breathe out, and stretch a little more. Just make sure you're not bouncing or forcing any move. You want to make sure you eat well, because if you put good food into your body, it will serve you quite well, especially fruits and vegetables and water and all those fun things. Also, you'll find that when you work out with us, if you smile, you automatically feel better. And of course, breathing is important. So let's meet Carol. Thinking of taking a nice big breath in and say, welcome, Carol.
Well, thank you. And I'm so glad to be with you. You know, it's nice to have company. And remember, we're always here for you. All you have to do is put that little finger on the remote, and here we are. So join us whenever you can. Okay, Mary?
All right. So she's right. It's always fun to work out with a friend. And we're your friends, and you're our friend, and we're glad you're working out with us. But today, guess what? We're working out with hangers. Almost everybody has a hanger. So if you go to your closet, you'll find you may have a wire hanger that's kind of bendy. You may have a plastic hanger that's a little thicker. Or you may have a fancy hanger, and Carol's going to be working with a fancy hanger.
Yay!
I'm going to be working with a wire hanger, and you might even have a plastic hanger. But what will be important is when we're working with hangers that this little pokey end doesn't get you. So we're going to take a sock, and we're just going to put it right over. It's like we're taking the top of the hanger and we're going to put a little hat on it because we do not want it to poke us. So there's our hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sock over it. Then I'm going to take the end of the sock, pull it down, and right over it one more time. Got it?
I got it. I don't know if I can get it, but I got it.
Do you want me to get it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You got it. So, like Carol, she has a fancy hanger. So, she put it over the hanger. Then you have to bring it down underneath and over the top again. And over the top again. There you go.
Yeah, see, that's because she exercises, she was able to do it. You see how strong she wound up being?
Actually, there's a trick to doing this. When you pull it down, you want to make sure the heel of the sock is
Right.
down. So then you have all that space. So you can pull it down and up and over. She had a thick hanger, so that was really tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be working with a hanger, but before we do that, we're going to put our hanger down and get a nice stretch. We're going to want to get those muscles all warmed up before we begin to work out with our hanger. So we're going to be hanging around together. Yes!
Yay!
Okay, so we're going to work both our arms and our legs. Our hands are down by our sides. We breathe in. And as we exhale, we're going to lean back a little. As we do, our chin stays parallel to the floor. And then we come back up and we push our hands back a little bit. So we're kind of warming up the whole entire body. We are leaning back, and we can, because remember, we're sitting with our buttocks towards the front of the chair. So we're leaning back, our arms come forward, and then we lean forward and we push our arms back. There you go. And remember, we're never competitive. So if we're going farther than you feel like going, then you just stay right where you're comfortable. And if we lean back a little farther than you want to lean back, you only want to lean back until you feel it in the tummy. You want your stomach to have to tighten up to pull you up. And then your back works to pull you up from a leaning forward position. And our shoulders are our pivot points, and also our hips for the lower body and torso. Now, guess what? We're going to stay back for a little bit. We're going to stay back and do scissors with our hands. Every time we do that, you'll notice that our chins are parallel to the floor, so we are not arching our backs. But by doing this, it looks like we're working with our arms. But golly, because we're leaning back and not touching the back of the chair, I'm feeling it in my stomach. How about you? Okay, let's relax our hands right on our thighs. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to breathe in and sit tall. As we exhale, we're going to slide one hand down towards the ankle. Then when we come back up, we push the heel of the hand down into the thigh. Come up, and then we're going to stretch all the way up. Reach, reach, reach up. Good. Slowly float the hand down. Sit tall. Float the hand all the way down. Push the heel of the hand into the thigh. Come up and lift and lengthen. Beautiful work, and we are done. Just two on each side. Breathing in, sit tall. Exhale, slide the hand down the front of the leg. Good. And then push the heel of the hand into the thigh and reach that arm way up to the sky. Beautiful. Float the hand down. Your back is flat. You feel great. Push the hand into the thigh. Up you come. Stretch right up to the sky. This is our second time. And now relax. Wow. Now we're going to let our arms come wide. So our elbows are bent. We have a 90-degree angle. Our elbows are bent. Our thumbs are up. So when we bring our elbows up and out, we keep them in line with the sides of our body. They come all the way up to the shoulders and down. And so you'll notice that our hands are right in front of our elbows. So when we come up, that hand is right in front of the elbow. Good. And our elbows are right in line with our ribs and our shoulders. Beautiful. Good. Now come up again. Now we're going to bring our hands forward to cross and pull the elbows back. When we do, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and our upper backs love this.
I like that.
And we open up our chest and open up our heart and greet this beautiful day. Another day, yay! Another day to be kind, another day to be good, another day to laugh and sing. And probably you like to read too.
Yep.
So
I like
another day to read.
And watch TV and go to the movies and especially go to the theater.
Ah, that's because
That's
you were a
my
theater
favorite.
person.
Yeah. I miss it.
Ah, I'll bet you do. Plus, you had to have a good camaraderie there with all your pals.
Oh, you do. It's like a family.
It is. She traveled with the theater doing Broadway shows all around the country. And relax those arms down. Shoulders up and back and down. Both shoulders up to your ears, way back to the back of your chair and down to your buttocks. Up and back, not actually to the buttocks, but they kind of go in that direction. And now shake it out, shake it out. So we've leaned forward, back, up, down. We're going to grab our hanger and off we go. Now, I have a hanger, and my hanger, if it's a wiry hanger, it could be a little hard on my hands, and if that were true, I would get something like a washcloth or a hand towel and just put it over my hanger like this. So if your fingers are, you find it difficult, or if they're sensitive, you could either put a dishcloth, or you could even put on a pair of gloves or a pair of mittens, and that would make it easier too. Okay, so again, remember how we leaned back and reached forward? We're going to do the same thing with our hanger. So we're going to lean back. This time our hands are going to stay together. So we're going to pull our elbows back and lean into the hanger. Then we're going to push away. There you go. And this is really good for your stomach. Believe it or not, we're doing stomach exercises and we don't have to do crunches. Yay! All righty. Now we're going to lean back as we extend our arms forward. Then we relax the shoulders. We're going to bring one hand down to the outside of one hip, up and over to the other sides of the hip. What you're going to feel now as you lean back without touching the back of the chair is you're going to feel the stomach, of course. But when we bring our hanger over to one side or the other, we're going to feel it on one side of the back as well as the side of the stomach. There you go. Now we're going to sit up taller and bring one hand to the knee and lift the other hand up. Good job. As we lift that elbow up, we're going to feel a nice stretch as our ribs lift up from our hips. Good. Now, we're going to bring the hanger ends right towards our chest, pushing one hand out and then the other. You can feel the upper back widen with this one. Good. Good. Now we're going to straighten both hands and pull one back and come back to center and pull it back. Good work. And pull it back. You've got it. And pull. Feel, feel, feel. Good. Get a nice rotation. This is so good for your spine. Good for your intestines. And as my mother would say, good for what ails you. And right back down. Now let's relax those hands. Pushing the palms down, lifting the fingers up. But we're not just going to relax our hands and not continue exercising. We're going to tap those toes. Good. We sit nice and tall. Our shoulders are back and down. We feel great because the body loves to move. Now we're going to bring our toes out and in, slowly at first. Out and in, and out, and in. 2 more times. Now let's go a little quicker. It's out, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good job. 5, and 6.
Like the Charleston years ago.
That's right.
Remember that?
Kind of like the Charleston. You're right. Now we'll hold it center. Lift the heels up and down. There you go. Then we're going to sweep the heels out wide and in. So they're wide and in. Good work. You've got it. Out and in. Do you think we can go faster?
We'll try.
Okay, let's try.
Let's
It's
try.
out and in and out and in and out and in, and 2 more sets. Now you are done. I can really feel
That was good.
So that feels terrific. So now we work the ankles. Now we're coming up to the knees, but this time we're going to add our hangers. So we hold on to the hangers, but this time we're rotating the hands so that the palms are up. We're going to press one heel forward, stretch the arms out, and lean back. Then we'll sit nice and tall. Breathe out and lean back. Sit tall. Good work. That's it. That's it. Now, our arms and our torso and our legs are all working together. And you're saying to yourself, this is pretty good, but I'd like to do something different with my hands. And I say, okay. So we're going to bring the hands down and scoop up a bit when we come up. Down. Good. Sit tall. There you go. Lean back. This is great.
I feel like a giant. I stretch.
Yes, when you stretch up, you feel
When I
so
stretch
tall.
Whee!
Lengthen and down and lengthen and down.
I like that.
And tall and down. And now we're going to even do something more. We have our hands, palms down, palms down. As we lean forward, only one hand has the hanger. We push it back as we lean forward. Then when we lean back, we put the hanger into the other hand. Then we go forward again. Good. Coming back up, switch the hanger to the other hand. There you go. So it's lean back. Now, of course, you're saying to yourself, golly, this is nice, but I am pretty bored. What can we do with the upper body? Well, we're switching the hanger from one hand to the other. What are we doing with the torso? We're using our belly to pull us up from a leaning back position. And then we're leaning the back to pull us up from a leaning forward position. And what about your legs? Well, heck, let's add those legs. As you lean back, lift a knee. A knee comes up and down. Good work. A knee comes up and down. So now we're working the whole doggone body.
Yeah.
Yahoo! And of course, we couldn't do it if we were sitting too far forward in our chair because we want to lean back without touching the back of the chair. Now you're saying to yourself, I want to work a little harder. Okay, straighten the leg out. Whoa! And down. Lean back and straighten that leg out. Good work. Lean back and switch. And you are done. Could you feel that at all?
Yeah.
Great. And how about you? Could you feel it? Me too. Shall we get a little water? Of course.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love water. And if you don't love water and you know you should drink water, you could always add a little juice to it or a little flavoring.
Water is so important. I have learned, I've been told, and you just gotta drink, drink, drink. But it's really good for you. There's so many things that you can correct just by drinking more water.
Right. Sometimes when I get tired or get a headache, I think to myself, if I've been drinking water, and if I drink water, I feel good pretty easily. I mean, so a lot of things occur when you don't drink water. And a lot of people will say, well, heck, how much water do I drink? And you're saying, aha, she's talking and not exercising. Don't you worry. We're going to be tapping out and in. So a lot of people will say, I have no idea how much to drink. Some people say I have to drink 8 8-ounce glasses. Well, how much you drink directly depends on your age, what you're doing for activity, your size. It has to do with the air that you're in. Like during the winter, there's dry air that we're in all the time. So, of course, we have to drink our water. And then in the summer, it's really hot. So, of course, we want to drink water. But you know how to tell the complete when you're supposed to drink your water or not. I'm going to tell you as soon as we switch hands. So, the hanger goes, it should go in the same side hand, don't you think?
Yeah, but we're not.
Okay, let's go. Hand and hanger. Hand and hanger.
Here we
foot
go.
And heel.
But I'm
hand,
interested
hanger, heel.
in hearing.
Okay, so everybody says, well, how do I know how much water to drink? Because it's different to everybody.
That's right.
Believe it or not, all you do is look at the color of your urine. And the color of your urine will indicate if you're dehydrated or not. If your urine is a dark color, and it's not because of medication, because I do know that a lot of vitamin B, someone said, and iron will make your urine be a darker color. So what we look for is to have light-colored urine, just like nice lemonade. And then if it's dark, like apple juice, then you'll want to drink water. So it's a pretty easy way.
That's good to know.
Because there are so many other calculations. Right. Oh, if you're this old and you have this body mass and you have this much activity, it's really hard when the easiest solution is just to check the color of your urine. So you want it nice and light, and then you're going to be okay. Okay, we've got it. Now, from a seated position, let's tap the heel forward. 2 hands have the hanger. Good. That's it. So we're sitting nice and tall. We're not leaning back this time, although it would be a lot easier if we did. There you go. We're going to have something fun happen. Okay, we're going to bring the hanger in towards our chest and bring one heel out. Then we're going to bring it out to the side. And then we're going to bring the heel towards the inside ankle of the opposite leg. It's in. So we're going to lean back a little bit for this one. We are working the inner thighs. We don't usually get to work our inner thighs. So we're working with this leg, which means that the opposite hand is going to bring the hanger down towards the knee as the leg lifts up. So we're going to get a little spinal rotation. Do what you can do. If you can't pick your foot up comfortably, just tap the heel in and bring the hanger end down. So this is if you want to work a little easier. Okay, one more time, and then we switch. So first of all, we just want to bring that heel up. And again, if it's hard for you to bring the heel up, because you have to work the inner thigh, we're leaning back, so you're going to feel it on the inside of the knee. You could always touch the foot in towards the heel, and that will be a little easier. Now we're going to add the opposite hand coming down in towards the knee. There you go. That's great. You're doing really well today. Can you feel this a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Remember, this is my bad hip.
Oh, so you could touch in and out if you wanted to. You can touch in and out. So you don't have to lift the leg. You can bring it to touch if you want. We only have 4 more. And 3.
I'm going to stick it out.
And 1
Yay!
and done. Yay.
Good
That
for
was
me.
very, very good. Now that was working the legs. So we're going to put our hanger down because we were working our legs. And we were working our arms, of course, too. So we're going to get a stretch for our arms by bringing one hand across the body. You bring the other hand underneath that arm. You can either put it on the forearm, you can put it on the upper arm. You just don't want to pull the elbow in itself. Sit nice and tall, and then take this bottom hand and try to pull the arm across the body. Then we turn and look over the shoulder, and we push the shoulder down, and we pull the arm.
Whoa.
Feel that nice stretch? And then slowly come back to center. Good work. The other hand comes across. The other hand comes underneath. So again, you can grab your forearm. You cannot do the elbow, but you could do the upper arm. You could do it any way you want. But you're going to breathe in, sit tall, breathe out, pull the arm across the body. Then you're going to look away from the hand over the shoulder and push the shoulder down. Then we're going to really stretch this hand out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good work, good work. And down. Now that is a stretch if there ever was one. We're going to sweep the hands behind the chair.
I think my arms are longer now.
Wouldn't that be great? Okay, we're holding onto the back of our chair. Our buttocks are forward. We're stretching our arms straight and our chest and chin lean forward. Then we take these shoulders and we roll them back, and as we do, the chest lifts up. Now we've got a nice stretch. Let's turn and look over one shoulder. We come back to center and look over the other shoulder. We come back to center and we tilt the head, so we're looking straight ahead. And then we drop one ear to shoulder, one ear to the sky. Come back to center, ear to shoulder, ear to sky. And then come back to center. We'll pull the shoulders up and back and down. Now we want a little more stretch for that neck because we were working our shoulders when we were working with our hanger. So we'll take one hand and stretch it up to the sky. The other hand comes out to the side. Then the top hand floats down to the top of the head and gently, gently guides the elbow down. Remember, some people can only tilt a little. Some people can tilt a lot, but everybody's different. Now, holding this position, slowly float the other arm, the straight arm, down. When it floats all the way down, roll the thumb back, draw the whole arm back, and gently guide your chin to your collarbone. And then slowly relax the arms down, pulling those shoulders up, back, and down. Now with the other hand, we're going to reach for the moon. Remember, if you miss the moon, you could land on a star. So up we go. Let's get a nice stretch. The other hand comes wide. Now you're going to take the top hand and just let it float on the top of the head. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, gently guide the head as the elbow drops towards the floor. It's slowly and gently and not a big move. Then we take the arm that's extended and float it all the way down. When it gets almost facing the floor, you'll roll the thumb back and draw the whole arm back as the chin comes towards the collarbone. So this is stretching out the neck, the shoulder, the chest, and slowly come back to center. Wow! Shoulders up and back and down. Let's go after the lower body. Here we go. Let's grab a hold of that leg. If this is difficult for you, you can put a towel underneath your leg or something that's a pillowcase, a hand towel. But anyway, if you can't reach under your leg, you can always get something to help that knee come up. We're going to lean back in our chair as we lean back. Oh man, this feels so good. And we're going to circle the ankle. Keeping our ankles strong and flexible is really important for us to stay independent. We want to have strong and flexible feet. After all, they are our base of support.
That's right.
Then we'll go in the opposite direction. We're making this circle with mindful intent, meaning we have a magic marker between our toes and we're making a circle on the wall. As long as nobody catches us, we're lucky. And then we're going to bring the knee in a little closer. Remember, you're different than us and we're different from you. You're just doing your best, and that makes us all the same. So we stretch the leg up and down, 2, and down one more time, 3, and down. Now, we're going to pull ourselves up. Stretch the leg out. Other hand on the knee. Breathe in, sit tall. Breathe out and slide the hand down. So we have good support for our back, but we've got a good stretch. Curl the toe up and feel a stretch on the back of the leg. Then take the hand from the straight leg. Come on up. Pull the other knee into the chest. So if you have tender knees, your hands will be underneath your thigh. If you have knees that are okay and you're pretty flexible, you can put your knees right over your shin underneath your knee. And then circle in the opposite direction. This is so good to have strong and flexible feet. Then we'll slide the hands underneath the leg and push the heel right up to the sky. Just 3 times. The good news is you've got 2 under your belt. Here's the third one. Yay! And bring it down and stretch up, float down. This is such a good stretch. It's a slow stretch. The weight of our upper body is carried on our hand on our thigh. We curl the toe up and we'll feel a nice stretch on the back of the lower leg. Great job today. Carol and I are really happy you joined us, friends. Thank you.
We sure are.
And then we take that hand, push it on the knee, and come up. Our shoulders are up and back and down. We shake everything out. We take a great big breath in, gathering goodness, blessings, and miracles. Fill your heart right up. Shake your cares and worries out. Gather newness of hope from the earth. Fill your heart up, and now you have too much goodness, so heck, you have to take all that extra goodness, share it with the world, and know that all will be well. Yay!
Yay!
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.